All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to the very first Q&A session with me and Carly and I. On Instagram, we posted on our stories asking you guys to ask us some questions about us as individuals and us as a couple. So we're going to dive into those questions. Thank you guys for taking the time to ask these questions, and I'm super fired up. How are you feeling?
Me too. Let's do it.
But first, big shout out to June Shine for sending me their drinks. This is their Pog kombucha, hard kombucha.
Speaking of Pog,
Hard kombucha.
sending all the love to Maui right now.
Yeah. So, cheers.
Cheers.
That's fire.
That's so delicious.
June Shine, you fucking rule.
Yeah, you do. And Pog also rules.
I'm gonna get cozy real quick. Give me this blanket. Yeah.
I already got cozy.
My gosh, girls' night.
Pillow time. Horrible posture. Satish says I have horrible posture. I definitely do have horrible posture. I'm working on it. I didn't know you meant that close to my mouth.
No, yeah, you gotta. It's like pretty much resting on my chin. What is this, ASMR hour? Do you want to wear the headphones so you can hear how you sound?
No.
No, we're not turning into one of those
I'm kidding.
ASMR channels.
I'm kidding.
I refuse.
No, I don't want to wear the headphones. Ew, bro. Do not blow it at me.
Oh, I'm gonna pay for that one later, y'all. Before we jump into this, thank you guys again for submitting these questions. Don't forget to like and comment, maybe share, subscribe. I'm new to this whole YouTube shit, so forgive me if I'm a little rusty with this bullshit.
This is my first time ever making a YouTube video.
So, bullshit. I bet there's a video of you somewhere like singing Justin Bieber in like 6th grade.
No, I didn't do that.
I know damn well there's a video somewhere of you and Ashton dancing to Evacuate the Dance Floor.
You're right.
We can't sing that song, otherwise we'll get copywritten claimed on YouTube.
Evacuate the dance floor, that song?
Mm-hmm.
Evacuate the dance floor.
But what I was getting at is that we're definitely going to do a part 2. So if you guys want to be featured in the videos, don't be shy and submit your questions. You can resubmit questions. Maybe you'll be a regular on this series. Who knows? We'll
True.
hold you dearly to our hearts.
Maybe I'll be a regular on the series.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's the whole point.
I know.
Fucking comedian over here. Sorry. Freaking comedian. Doja!
Doja, come.
This trifling ass kitten.
She's so cute. Doja. Don't make it.
She's doing her thing. Nah, it's cool.
She looks so smitten. Hi, cutest girl. Hi, Pooh.
Okay. So this first question is, how long are you together and how did you two meet? How it says verbatim says, how long are you together and how did you two met?
We two met. You tell the story of how we met.
Okay, no, I want to hear from your. I've told the story a million times. I want to hear from your perspective first, and then I'll tell it from my perspective.
Okay. First of all, we've been together for 3 years and a couple months. 3 years in May. So what is it? August?
It's like
a little over 3 years.
3 1/4.
Whatever. How do we meet? Okay, so we were both involved in an organization in not our sorority, in college, called Dance Marathon.
I was in a sorority, guys.
Yeah. Well, I was in a sorority. He was in a fraternity, but we did Dance Marathon together. If you don't know what that is, we raised money for Rady Children's Hospital in San Diego. It was awesome. It was definitely my favorite part of college. Anyway, he was a senior. I was a sophomore.
Yeah.
And it was like a going away board party. So like the executive board, they were leaving. The new board, me, we were coming. So they threw a party and I knew who Satish was. I feel like everybody knew who Satish was. I'm not going to let his head get too big.
Been the Rizzler since day one, baby. Since before the TikTok days. I've been doing this shit.
Okay. You tell the story then.
No. Sorry, I didn't mean to
You guys
interrupt.
can see his head literally growing. Like, this is so good for his ego.
Facts.
Anyway, everybody knew who Satish was. He was funny. He was handsome. He was.
What do you mean was?
I mean, you are, but that's how he. Can you let me tell the story?
Sorry.
He was a good dancer. I feel like every time I went to his frat, I'm like, that guy can get down. Don't.
Mind you, this was when Bust Down Tatiana first came out by Blueface.
What year was that?
2018.
Satish knows the years of every song that have ever come out.
That's
like,
not weird.
It's so weird.
Why is it weird?
Like, we'll be listening to a song, he'll be like, "Oh, I
Okay.
remember I just got home from my 6th grade second day of school."
Okay, but you don't tie like media and entertainment to like if it's sentimental to like different like time periods in
I'll
life.
just be like, when I was in high school. But you can tell me the exact, pretty much like what you were doing the first time you heard the song.
I think it was pretty like culturally significant.
Bust Down Tatiana was. Okay.
No, it was. In terms of Greek life, it was extremely culturally significant.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
It was.
Anyway, so like I said, everybody knew who Satish was. So we had a couple mutual friends, and we were just hanging out at the party. We were all kind of drinking. I wasn't drinking a ton because I had work the next day. And Satish comes over. I see him walking towards me, and I'm not like, "Oh my god, Satish is coming towards me."
In a straight line too.
But what? In a straight line?
Yeah, I was walking in a straight line.
I don't know. Anyway, I was like, "Oh my god, is Satish coming to talk to me? Like, that's weird." So he comes up, he puts his arm around me, like so sloppy. Not sloppy. That's rude.
Okay, yo. First of all, I just want to say, I do not stand by those actions. If you're a guy and you're watching this, do as I say, not as I do, because in hindsight, drinking a copious amount of tequila, walking up to a girl I've never met before in my life, and putting my arm around her that's insane.
True.
Do not do that. Don't do that. Don't do that shit.
I will say, if it was a guy I had never seen in my life, I would have been like, get off.
Lucky for me, I was already him.
I feel like you should just tell the story because
No, continue.
Anyway,
this is nice. This is refreshing.
He puts his arm around me and he's like, "Yo, I'm Satish." I was like, "Hi, I'm Carly."
And it wasn't a bit. It wasn't a bit. I was dead ass. Oh,
and
shit.
Then, whatever, we went our separate ways. Then I was like, wait, I felt some type of way with his arm around me. So I decided I was going to find him. I couldn't find him on Instagram. Come to find out, it's because he had a weird ass username when we were in college.
Wait, what was it?
Life of Satish, but with like a lot of Y's.
That was
when we met.
Yeah. That was
that was 2019. How do you know what year you had a user?
Because that was out of college. I remember I was living with Glassman in Boston.
You graduated in 2018? No, you graduated in 2019.
Like after like a month later.
Oh, so what was it in college?
I think it was Teach Me How to Dougie. Which is it was either Young Teach or Teach Me How to Dougie. I think it was Teach Me How to Dougie because that is first of all, that's fire. Teach Me How to Dougie, another culturally significant song in my life.
So
and not a lot of songs are punny with my name because I'm ethnic. That's white privilege right there.
There's no names that are punny with my name.
Car.
Lee. My name is Carly.
I know, but I'm starting with basic syllables.
Okay, we're getting off topic. Anyway, since his username was Teach Me How to Dougie, I obviously couldn't find his username. So we had a couple mutual friends. I knew his friend Glassman, who ended up being roommates with in Boston.
And they were roommates.
And so I found him on Twitter, and I DM'd him. I'm like, "Hey, we're hanging out at Glassman's. Like, you should come through."
Honestly,
this was at like 3 a.m.
That's low-key thirsty.
That was thirsty. This was at like 3 a.m. And I had work the next day. And I'm a preschool teacher. I had to be at the preschool at like
Ain't nobody
7:30.
risen up someone on Twitter.
X. It's X.
Now.
Anyway, so I did, and this guy says, "Oh, I'm kind of tired. Like, I think I'm just gonna stay where I'm at tonight."
Dude, I wasn't about to walk like 3 miles at 3 in the morning.
Why?
Just to see you. You were a nobody at the time. At the time.
Why did you put your arm around me?
Because I was feeling the liquor.
Anyway, then after that, I was kind of like, whatever. Like, I tried. So I like stopped reaching out. I feel like we didn't really talk after that for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
it was tough because
you were about to graduate.
Mind you, yeah, this was like a month before I'm graduating.
Knowing he's gonna move back to Boston.
Yeah, so I had my job lined up in Boston since like January or February, like the beginning of my last semester. So like it had been like hook, line, sinker. Like, I'm going back. Like, there's no chance that I was staying in San Diego.
Unless you met a pretty blonde girl.
I suppose. So I took it with a grain of salt. I was like, I'll probably never see this girl again. So like, don't take it to heart, kid. You're Gucci.
So we
Stay
kind of stopped
golden, pony
talking,
boy.
and then he would like message me like on Twitter because we still, I think, weren't following each other on Instagram. I gotta find those DMs actually.
It was like
next video, I'm gonna find those DMs.
But they were like, they were inviting you to parties.
No, I was getting there. Like you were like, hey, like we're having like
at first.
We're having this themed party. Like you should come, and I never ever did. But mostly I couldn't. Like April was busy. I had Coachella and Stagecoach.
Wow, nice flex.
And it was like Easter. Like April's like the busiest month I feel like for me, for my family. What?
For a white family. Yeah, dude, can't relate.
Literally, like 2 years ago, you went to Coachella and Stagecoach and Easter with my family.
And you know what? I had a great time.
Yeah, damn right you did.
I'm gonna change my name to Brian. No, we know too many Brians. That hits too close to home.
It does. I forgot where I was going with that. Oh. So we were just DMing, and he was asking me to come to parties. I never ever did. And then one day they turned from like come to this party to like let's hang out, right?
Yeah. It was like a lot of it was kind of like teasing and flirting. That sounds really inappropriate, but that's not what I meant. I meant like you would what?
Try that again.
You would like tweet something.
It wasn't a tweeter.
No. You would tweet something along the lines like talking about work because you were working at a preschool, and I would send that tweet back to you and be like, oh, like I didn't know you were a preschool teacher. ... Those poor kids. Laughing emoji.
I remember the best one that you ever sent me after we had been talking for like a couple weeks, and we weren't even like talking, like flirting.
This was fire. This was fire.
How do you already know what I'm going to say?
Because it's the highlight.
So we were texting about me being a preschool teacher, and he's like, what do they call you? And I was like, in my head, I'm like, my name is Carly. Like, obviously they call me Miss Carly. And he's like, pretty soon they're going to be calling you Mrs. Bisa.
How fire is that? Dude, I was spitting bars. Like that was, yo.
So looking back, it was fire, but I feel like in the moment I was like, we just met.
Yeah, well, I was feeling confident.
But also, like, here we are.
Next question is, who would you leave her for? And the answer is absolutely nobody.
Damn right.
Maybe Ryan Reynolds.
I mean, like, yeah.
My best friend Lewis, actually.
Obviously, I
dude,
seen that one
we met on the first day of kindergarten on the bus. I had no friends when I was 5, and I went on the bus, sat next to this goofy kid wearing his older brother's New Era baseball hat, and I was like, "Hey, you want to be friends?" He was like, "Yeah, sure," and we're still tearing it up. 20 years later.
Do you want him to be on the show?
Dude. Our friendship can drink. Can you believe that?
So can mine and Ashton's. I met Ashton when I was 2.
Damn.
Our
friendship should like hit the bar or something. Sorry. Who would you leave me for? Nobody?
Absolutely nobody.
Probably Lil Dicky.
But I do love that show. Or Dave, but
okay.
Okay,
these next 2 are directed to you.
Okay.
Do you like South Asian food?
I love South Asian food.
Okay, you're about to drop some freaking knowledge on these people too, because she's not the typical white person who just happens to like Indian food. Oh my god, garlic naan, chicken tikka masala. Did we just have that 20 minutes ago? Maybe. I'm not gonna expose those details, but you do know some incredible Indian dishes. And Carly, how about you tell the people what they are?
So my favorite used to be shrimp biryani. That was the first meal his mom ever made me when we went to visit them.
And no, there's not beer in it. I know you frat boys. Oh, dude, biryani is like shrimp dipped in beer. No, It's a beer battered shrimp. No,
Beer battered shrimp.
that does sound fire.
That actually does sound good. We should make that.
Bet.
Satish is in his chef era, and it's my favorite thing that is ever
It's not an
happened.
era because I am looking back, baby.
Okay.
You ain't gonna starve as long as you're with me. I
Thank
got you.
God. Anyway, shrimp biryani used to be my favorite, and then Satish just learned how to make keema recently, so we've been having that like 3 times a week.
So keema is it's ground chicken. It can be pretty much any ground meat. I've seen people have it with like not ground beef, ground turkey or like lamb or something.
I'm also really, really picky with meat, so I would absolutely never have it with ground lamb.
But basically, I use it with ground turkey, not ground turkey, ground chicken. I just lied to you guys, bro. What's wrong with me? Ground chicken, tomatoes, cilantro, coriander, cumin, turmeric, chili powder, salt.
And a lot of love. What in the white?
You said it, not me. What the hell, dude? What are we doing?
Anyway, those
In
are
love.
those are my
What?
2 favorite. But Satish just got something from what's it called?
The Cumin Club.
Oh yeah, and they have so many dishes that I'm really excited to make. So I'm trying to learn how to make Indian food. Satish is learning also, so it's been really fun for us, and I am down to try anything. I love a little spice, a little bit of spice. Next.
Elizabeth Spot. Someone said it's her first week back at work. Help her cut out laminations and take her for dinner instead. What do you guys think? Do you guys? I'm convinced people think I literally just sit on TikTok all day.
No, nobody said that. All they're saying is that like a teacher's partner's dream is like if I were to bring home piles and piles of laminations, like you would cut them out. However,
Noted.
I am lucky that the school that I work for, we got like a lot of prep time, so I didn't need to bring any work home, thank God.
Yeah.
But he does take me out to dinner. We celebrated my first day of work, and yeah.
But like I was saying, with getting into my chef era, excuse me, that was crazy.
I hate burping. In case you didn't get that yet,
dude. Your sister burps.
She's the foulest.
She sounds like Godzilla.
Don't
Roared.
put her on blast. She's I hate it, but it's hilarious.
It is hilarious. We were going on dates a lot, but like
Spending a lot of money.
it's a lot of money, and it kind of felt like rinse and repeaty. Like
Sorry,
like,
can we talk about how you just said rinse?
It is rinse.
It's rinse. It's an S. There's no Z.
Oh, you think you're so cool because you're a teacher? Wow.
I did teach English.
Oh yeah, I'm the TikToker who just sits on his TikTok all day, right?
I don't know why nobody's saying that.
I feel attacked.
Anyway, let us know in the comments if it's rinse or rinse. It's rinse.
Okay. Anyways, as I was
Sorry.
saying, I mean, we always go to like Newport for date nights and stuff, but there's only so much you can do. Like if you're doing like a date night once or twice a week, there's only so much you can do.
And you like have your favorites that you just default
Yeah,
to.
and like the drive to and from is like monotonous, but I mean you know what they say, it's like the quickest way to someone's heart is like through their stomach. So that's a saying, it's
I've
a real
actually
thing.
never heard that in my life.
And like I feel like I've come to find that is that an act of service?
It is that you like cooking for me.
Yeah, I love to cook for not even just you, but for everyone.
Oh
'Cause,
yeah,
like,
every time we see my parents, he cooks my dad a steak. It's his favorite thing.
I think it kind of stems from like I'm about to get like emotional a little bit, but ever since I was a kid, my mom was like the hardest worker in the world to me. Like she did like everything around the house because she was a stay-at-home mom. My dad was like the one who was like providing financially for the house, but my mom had to do everything else by herself. And she would always like cook these amazing meals, and she always kind of like wouldn't do the same for herself. Like she would cook like all of us like
That's true.
a great
because
meal.
Even when I visit, I'll be like, "Did you eat?" And she's like, "Oh no."
Yeah,
I'm
she'll literally eat like 2 pieces of toast and chai, and it's like, dude, that's not a meal.
Yeah, because
But,
she's
like,
just so excited to
yeah.
cook for you.
But then like seeing her like sit and eat and like fuel herself, it just like it feels good, you know. So like
That's sweet.
so cooking for her and like seeing other. That's the thing I love too. Like I this might be weird to say, but like I love watching you eat. Like it. No, because you work so hard and you're so important to me, and it's just like I just
That's actually really sweet.
I just like to see you.
With
just
the
like,
context, it's really sweet.
Yeah, like I'm not saying like I love watching you stuff your face with like multiple glizzies at a time. I'm not. Nobody's saying that.
I feel like you would like that actually.
That wouldn't even be physically possible because you can barely fit a piece of sushi in your mouth, let alone a glizzy. Smallest mouth in the world, bro. Hilarious. Which is so funny because I didn't even notice that until like 6 months into dating you when Ashton pointed it out.
She always points it out.
Yeah, but I didn't meet her until like 6 months into dating you.
That's not true. You met her at my birthday.
Okay, but we started talking like 4 months.
That's true.
I guess technically.
Also, when you met Ashton, we had sushi.
Yeah.
So that's her favorite. Every time she looks at me, she's like, "You can't fit sushi in your mouth." Sorry. Anyway, off topic.
No, so I thoroughly enjoy cooking.
That's really sweet.
Because it's just like fun.
Act of service. We should retake the love language test.
Yeah, I'm down.
Because I feel like yours have changed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
When we first started dating, his was physical touch, which is my 0%. Like I had actually 0 at physical touch.
I also like wasn't really like I don't want to say in touch with my emotions, but like
no, that's what I'm saying. I feel like they've changed because you can feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had never been in a relationship before. I was just like a single dude like living in the city, so it's not like I was thinking about like, damn, like what
do I like a gift from my
what
partner?
defines love to me personally.
Yeah.
And when you take the test, it's at that time you're kind of like, oh, it all sounds pretty good to me. Like, oh, so I kind of just picked yes for everything. And it kind of just said like, okay, it looks like it's physical touch, and I was like, okay, it sounds good. That makes sense. I like holding hands.
Bye.
But yeah.
Cool.
The next question is how do I get someone to love me?
Can I start?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you don't get someone to love you.
Mm.
It's not like if they don't love you or if they're not giving you the effort, I feel like you don't deserve that. You deserve someone who will love you no matter what right off the bat, not because you're changing or you're trying to get them to love you. Because, I mean, we've all been in immature relationships where it's like, oh, this person, the person I like likes this. Like, I'm going to pretend I like this. Like, that's a middle school, high school thing to do. So I feel like to be in a mature relationship, you don't get someone to love you. If they don't end up loving you, that hurts and that sucks and it's a really shitty feeling. Mm-hmm. But I feel like you're better off waiting for someone that will just love you, period, not getting someone to love you. That's what I think.
That's pretty much on the nose of what I was gonna say. Yeah. I feel like it to me personally, I feel like dating it's shockingly very similar to making friends, because in the sense that like there's like a sense of like physical attraction and whatnot,
right?
But like at the same time, like you want to be having a future with like your best friend, in a perfect world, you know Definitely. What I mean? Like I was joking with Isaiah the other day that like, picture you're like sitting on the back porch of a Cape house, like watching your kids run around, and the giant dog Chester's chasing them, and the kids trip and eat shit in the sand. Like you
laugh at them.
And you laugh at them. You gotta be with someone that will laugh with you.
I agree.
You know,
Definitely.
when you're both wrinkly bags of milk.
Ew.
What? I'm just saying.
I feel like milk is a weird way to say that.
It's pretty weird to say that.
Can I be almond milk?
Sure. You can be whatever you want.
Doja, come.
We're trying to get our cat, Doja, in the video. You guys get it? Because Doja Cat. It's funny because it's a play on words, like the singer.
Jokes aren't funny when you explain
Doja
them.
Cat. But some people need to... You should know, as an educator, you should know some people might need the help. And you know what? That's
You're gonna
okay.
Get me canceled as an educator. Please stop. Go ahead. Next question.
Speaking of that, the next question is, where do you wish to end up career-wise?
Both of us? My goal career-wise is to open my own preschool. That's been a goal of mine since I failed chemistry in college and changed my major to child development. So yeah, to open my own preschool, a private preschool, just so that I can pretty much build it from scratch by myself. That's my goal.
That's an amazing and feasible dream too. That's the crazy
Thanks.
part. And I, for one, am like super excited to help you build that dream as well.
Thanks.
Because, hey, my cat, dude,
Come
she's
here,
being
Mama.
crazy. She's just watching us.
Oh, she's coming.
Because you deserve it, and you're one of the few people I know, especially, I was going to say in their early 20s, but in their 20s as a whole, that is like so committed to their goal right off the bat. I feel like so many people like bounce around from thing that, which isn't bad.
That's
because
fine,
like, because you got to respect that like people are trying to figure out what they really want to do and hey, she's in, and what they want to do with their lives.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're so committed, because by that same token, a lot of people switch what they're doing because like they're having a hard time, and I know I've seen firsthand, like there's been a lot of high highs, a lot of low lows, and everything in between.
Yeah.
And there have been times where you've had every reason to just like throw in the towel, and that would have been okay.
Yeah.
But you have your goal in mind, and I respect the hell out of that.
Thanks.
It's very inspirational to me personally.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyways, I want to be a famous movie star.
Feasible.
Nah. My career wise, I mean, yeah. I mean, I want to always be in entertainment. The next big goal now is I do want to be like a renowned actor in Hollywood. I would love to be. I want to be in like dramedies and like action movies. Not as a hero, but like as like a villain too. Because like in a lot of action movies, like the villain can be someone who's not like physically like threatening. You know what I mean? Like if you look at a lot of the big blockbuster action movies in history, that's not the case. Like Mission Impossible 3 with Phil, you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but but
I've watched like 2 movies in my life.
Philip Seymour Hoffman in Mission Impossible 3, the guy who plays Gabriel in the most recent Mission Impossible, who else? Paul Dano as the Riddler in the Batman. Even Heath Ledger, dude, in Dark Knight. He's all like scrawny and like slender, but like his presence on screen, it makes your skin crawl. And I think that's like that's art right there. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So that would be sick. Then like down the road, it would be amazing to be able to like executive produce shows and movies. Hopefully, predominantly, I would like to do that for like people of color and people of my ethnic and racial background.
Definitely.
Because like I mean, we've seen in recent history there's been a boom of South Asian and Asian entertainers, whether that be people that are producing, directing, or people even on camera.
Mm-hmm.
And it's long overdue, and it's crazy because like I remember as a kid watching movies, like you'd watch a movie and you would be like, oh, like that, like I can't be that. Like they've never casted an Indian person to be Philip Seymour Hoffman in Mission Impossible or Heath Ledger in Dark Knight. But now that script is starting to change a little bit, and it's super inspiring, and I would love for someday for kids to be able to look at me when I was little and be like, oh, like I want to be like him, but then also like prevail and like go above and beyond even better. So yeah, that's my super corny response to your question.
That's not corny. I think that's also super feasible, and I also think one of my favorite things about you is that not only do you want to be an actor, but you want to be an actor for reasons other than entertainment. You want to be an actor because you wish that you had someone to look at that looked like you. You want to be an actor because you want to inspire others. Like you have so many good reasons to want to be an actor besides making people laugh, which you're already good at.
It's like I have like intrinsic reasoning, but also like
I don't know
external
what
reasoning.
intrinsic means.
Intrinsically is like doing something intrinsically is like doing it for you,
Oh,
for your
okay.
own like self fulfillment.
Right. That's what what I'm saying. Not only do you want to do it for that, but you have so many other great reasons to want to do it. And you're going to be great.
It's crazy because like 4 years ago, not even like 2 years ago, if you told me that like I had even a chance at becoming an actor who creates like a wave and a legacy in the industry, I would be like, nah, that's insane. Like, no, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But now it's equally as crazy, but not because I can't do it, but because I can.
Yeah,
like
you can.
it's not far fetched.
It's
It's not unreasonable. Like it's right there. You know, I can see it right in front of me. I just gotta go get it. And that shit fires me up, dude.
It does. You can see it. You can see it on his face when he talks about
Like
it.
it keeps me up at night, honestly. Like I like when we first started like living together, like I feel like I could sleep anytime, anywhere, whether it's like a nap or like at night. But like now it's like,
ow, she keeps biting my toes.
Sorry. Don't just stop biting her. And I apologize for saying the word like so much. But
my biggest pet peeve.
But I lost my train of thought for a second. Oh, but now it's like even when I feel tired,
tired. You feel tired.
When I feel tired.
When I feel tired.
When I feel tired, I can't get myself to even go to sleep sometimes because I just feel the need that like I could be using this time more wisely. Like I could be using it towards making this dream come true. And it's not like a toxic relationship I have with it. It's like the
constant desire to want to be the best.
Yeah.
At what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like it's not everyone can say that. This isn't like toot my own horn or anything, but like not everyone has the opportunity to be someone who has a legacy that will never die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very true.
It's like that one quote from The Sandlot. I love quoting that movie because
you love quotes every.
You guys know the scene when Babe Ruth, like Benny's having a dream and Babe Ruth comes out of his closet and is talking to him and he's like,
that's such a good scene.
And everyone says like he says heroes get remembered but legends never die, but he says like people get one shot to be great. Some people never take that chance either because they're too scared or they don't recognize it when the opportunity spits on their shoes. And he was like this is your shot, kid. You shouldn't let it go by. And every time I see that scene now, I like cry because I'm like, that's so real, man. I'm not gonna let it go by. True. But yeah, man. Hopefully, it would be sick that if you're watching this video right now, someday you'll be able to be like, damn, I remember when he said that on that stupid Q&A video he did, and he did it.
He did it.
And damn same thing with you, with your preschool.
Thank you.
Yay. Okay, let's do one more question.
Okay. I got one asking what our icks are about each other.
Okay, let's do that one.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, you go first.
All right. I have not a lot of icks. That's rude. I don't have a lot of icks about you. One is that you get hair everywhere. And it's not because you're losing your hair. Before you say that. Because I thought that's what you were going to say. It's like he takes a shower and his hair is like everywhere. And we have white countertops in our bathroom, so his little black hairs are just everywhere.
But that's not my fault.
You could clean them up.
That's fair.
Go ahead. Actually, another one is how much he says like.
Ow! Ow! She's hit my foot so hard. Doja, you are so bad.
No, she's not. She's little.
You're right. I just need to cover my TOES.
She didn't mean to.
Okay.
What's my ick about you? I mean, your ick about me.
What
are you looking around the house for? Trying to find something because I'm perfect?
No. Your interior design skills.
No, we already talked about this. Here in this situation, I did the best with what I had. We have the same exact taste.
Okay.
We put together an incredible Amazon cart for our next apartment.
Okay, but I'm just saying.
This is my favorite thing in the world. My best friend got us these. You can't really see them, but this is his hometown map and my hometown map. Very cute. But we have a dark brown couch, which is not our vibe, but it was given to us, so obviously we're gonna take it.
I'm okay. If you have multiple pieces of decor around your place, but like over 50% of them have the word love in them, you're doing way too much.
That one says let's get cozy. And are we not cozy as
Cozy as freak.
We're cozy as freak.
We are cozy. But
and also my family always says love you more. So I have a lot of decor from like my dorm room that says love you more. Like that pillow and that sign. And that candle. However,
dude, our TV right now, there's a sign that says love never fails. I love you more at the end. I win. You are loved. The smallest distance between two people is a smile. Jesus Christ, man. I'm going to freaking throw up. The crazy thing is, I didn't even really notice it that much until
yesterday.
Like a week ago. I was watching like Quarterback on Netflix, like some real dude shit. Patrick Mahomes is like, I
was watching it too.
Kirk Cousins is like, gosh dang it. And I'm like, yeah, football, sports. And I look down and I'm like, oh my God.
Love never fails.
Love never real.
It doesn't. I mean, let's be honest.
Okay, I'm trying to think of another.
I like that one. 365 new days, 365 new chances. Wait, really quick. Back to the interior design. This is not my interior design style. Again, I did the best with what we had. And when we were moving in together, I was broke as shit. I hadn't worked in like a long time because I was getting my master's. So I was broke as shit. So this is all like stuff I printed out and put in a frame. But we put together an incredible Amazon cart together for our next place. So that's
gonna be fire. Like we're definitely going for that like modern look. I'm on the same boat. It's like we both like.
I'm in the same boat, but that's my ick about you.
No, I'm saying, but for you, the apple does not fall far from the tree at all.
True. My mom's house is cozy though.
She literally has a sign that says all you need is love ... and a golden doodle.
Do you not love Nala?
I do love Nala, but that is excessive.
I agree. That's why we got it for her.
I know, but like it seemed like you just like copy pasted for a second. Hey, how about you put the drink in your mouth, not on your chin?
I will say, although this isn't our style, I think it's cozy.
It is cozy. I was telling her before, like it's not like I poke fun at it and I tease it
since yesterday.
But that's because like it's fun. It doesn't upset me. I wouldn't even call it an ick. I really can't think of anything.
Wow.
I do know one thing, but you asked me not to say it, so I'm not going to say it. Like a comment for part 2 to figure out exactly which one of that one is. Okay, no. One I will say is, guys, she is so high energy all the time, and I love it. But
you look so sad.
But it's a double-edged sword because she's high energy all the time. She gets up for work at 5 in the morning. 5. Most people are not awake at 5 in the morning. I like to me, sleeping in at this point is like 7. I get up at like 6:30 because she leaves for work at around 6. And literally she'll all makeup and everything ready for work. She'll be like, okay, babe, I'm going to work. I love you so much. And I'm still like, love never fails. like still passed out.
Love never fails.
But then it's so sad.
Home sweet home.
Because by the time I wake up and I'm coherent, I'm like,
gone.
She's gone.
I'm gone.
Which is so like usually at around like 7. Dude. Usually at around 7, I'll send her like a heartfelt text telling you how much I love you.
True, he does, and that's
because
right
it hits me.
That's right when kids are starting to show up, so it's like a breath of fresh air, for sure.
For sure.
I'm not that high energy.
No, it's pretty bad.
I don't feel like that's true.
No, it's 100% true.
If you know me, comment if I'm high energy. Actually, you're right. I already know everyone's going to comment I'm high energy. I think it's because my job is to be high energy. Like, you can't be
No, it is.
teacher and be like, well, you can, but then you're a shitty teacher.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, part of me, like, I'm happy for you that you're going to your job every day, like, so full of energy.
Then I
But
come home, I'm like,
it does take a toll on me a little bit.
I'm so sorry.
A little bit.
Okay, here. I'll stop saying goodbye when I leave.
No, keep saying it.
No.
Because now I'm. It's sentimental. It's sentimental. You can't stop doing
You
that.
slept until like 9:30 this weekend.
Okay, but even that like isn't really sleeping in.
That's always been sleeping in for me. I'm not a good sleeper inner.
But I slept until 9:30 because why? I don't remember.
My bed at my parents' house.
If there's any mattress companies, watch it. Mattress brands.
Yeah, we have the shittiest bed on the planet.
What's that? Not sleep something? Is
Sleep apnea?
No, not the.
Oh.
Yeah, send me a CPAP ASAP for the sleep apnea. I don't have.
No, actually talking about that, my dad has a CPAP. He looks like Elephant Man in the night. Like if we're sharing a hotel room with him.
Dude, I'm sorry, but no one is gonna know what Elephant Man is.
I don't even.
You could have used so many better references, like Darth Vader.
No, because it's a mask and it has a tube.
How do you think he breathes?
My dad?
Yeah, dude, Darth Dad.
I don't get it.
He like Darth Vader needs assistance breathing. That's the whole thing.
No, but he's not real.
But with the don't.
Neither is Elephant Man. I know.
They said it happened in a galaxy far away a long time ago.
Really quick, our first date ever, he made me watch Star Wars, and I've never seen Star Wars, and I hate movies.
That's how I knew it was love, though, because you sat.
He even made me read the opening shit.
Yeah. You know the opening credits for Star Wars where it's like.
And I was like, I just got off a flight. I'm like,
the fading away yellow text in the stars. I made her read it out loud, and she said Palpatine wrong, and it was hilarious. She's like, "Oh, Chancellor Palpatine." I was like, "Palpatine." And she's like, "Oh, man." It was a whole.
Also,
thing.
in part 2, we should talk about long distance.
Yeah,
we did long distance for almost 2 years.
Yeah,
like
crazy.
Like East Coast to West Coast, San Diego to Boston.
And then we could talk about our
Pretty
crazy
gnarly.
Valentine's Day experience in Austin.
Ooh.
When we didn't go to Boston or San Diego.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And we tried to meet in between.
And we got stranded there.
I mean, I was going to leave that for the...
Well, they don't have to know how long or for what or why.
Okay.
You can cut that if you want.
No, I'll keep it in.
All right, guys.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let us know what you think.
Okay, I was going to tell them to follow you on your socials and say the specific handles, but you know what? No, I'm not going to.
At
No.
Bye.
See you guys.
But my name is spelled
Bye.